Hello, friends, and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. It only takes a couple glasses of wine to turn a nice old lady into a lunatic. And also to start drama. Over 20 cents. How sad. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. I'm not scared of handcuffs. So I work in a supermarket. Been working there for several years. It's a family-owned store, and I act as manager/jack of all trades. Have so many stories of that place. Clients attacked by cats, thieves stuffing frozen chicken legs in uncomfortable places, robberies, and almost being shot, among others. But I thought I'd share the most recent one. This happened yesterday afternoon. Due to the current crisis, we have a mask enforced policy in our store, and since some people are getting snippy about it, among other things, we also got some military troops and policemen guarding the entrance and patrolling the store. Enough exposure of the situation. Here's the tale. During my yesterday endless 11-hour shift, in walks this lady who looks a bit off. Nevertheless, she grabs her stuff, goes to the back to get the produce weighed, and comes up front to pay. Now, the system we have is a bit old, so all products' names have to be introduced by hand. The worker makes a small mistake with a code, and one of her products gets mislabeled for another. After she pays, she checks the receipt and notices the mistake, starts going off on how we're stealing from her, how we're criminals and such. Me, being in charge at that point, go up to her and in a very polite service voice, ask her if I can help by checking the receipt and correcting the error. Even though she was explained the situation, she keeps going off and refusing to listen. The cop who was near me came over and asked me to explain. I did. He talked to her, explained what I told her before. She doesn't want to listen. She keeps going off and gets all up in the officer's face. Big mistake. Cop, put your hands down and get off my face. Lady, no, you put your hand down. FKU. You're all thieves in here. Cop, lady, if you keep cursing at me and disrespecting me, I will detain you. OP's already explained, so let's calm down and get this fixed. Lady, detain me? You think I'm scared of cuffs? I'm not scared of handcuffs. Spits in officer's face. Cop, okay, that's it. Grabs her arm, turns her around, and cuffs her. I'm just standing there with the groceries and her receipt in hand while she keeps fighting with the cop, kicking and screaming. After half an hour, she calmed and sobered up a little, and the cop managed to talk to her calmly. He did end up letting her go home. Turns out he just wanted to give her a little fright and make her see some sense. She got lucky. And the difference in change? 20 cents. And our second story. Friend gets choosy with my family. Okay, so for context's sake, my cousin makes cakes, not for a living, not for extra income, just because she enjoys it. In the time she's been doing it, she's gotten pretty darn good, like professional level good. These cakes look and taste incredible. She posts them on her own Instagram too, because she's proud of how good she's become. My son's first birthday was last week, and a few months ago, my partner and I asked if she would make us the cake for his birthday. Custom design, we'd pay her an amount she finds agreeable. She said either we pay £30 to cover ingredients and time, etc., and she effectively does it for free, or we have it as our son's birthday gift from her. We settled on it as a gift. She showed us pictures of the design she had planned about a month ago, and we were excited to get our hands on this cake, so we showed a few friends. One friend in particular has a daughter turning 2 a few days after my son's birthday, and after seeing some pictures of this cousin's cakes, asked if it would be possible for my cousin to make her daughter one too. I explained that my cousin might well refuse. This is a hobby, not a way to make money, and she's only really doing this for us because it's for her nephew. However, I promised to ask. My cousin said as a favor to us, she didn't mind this one-off and said that she would only charge ingredients to this friend too. We gave them each other's numbers and thought that was the end of it. However, yesterday, my cousin showed us the text exchange between them. It went as follows. Friend, hey, thanks so much for this. I have a design all drawn up. Sends design. Cousin, hello. Yeah, I can do that design. I'll just ask £30 to cover ingredients and it'll be done in time for your daughter's birthday. Friend, thank you so much. So a few weeks go past with no contact as it was needed, and then last week this text exchange happened. Friend, hey, I've changed the design. Shouldn't be too late. Still over a week till daughter's birthday anyway, right? Here's the design. This design was easily 4 times larger than the original. Cousin. Whoa, okay. No, it's not an issue. However, this cake is considerably larger. The ingredients alone would cost more than 30 pounds, not counting the time it takes to actually make one of this size. I have a job and 2 children under 2 myself. Finding the extra time for this isn't easy. Friend. What do you mean it'll cost more? I'm sorry, but if I can grab a cake for 10 pounds from a nearby shop, I'm not sure where you get off even charging 30. I'll tell your cousin about how horrible you've been if you charge me more. Cousin. Okay. I'm sorry about this, but if this is how you're going to be, then I won't be doing the cake. I'm not a factory and can't mass produce cakes to lower the cost. I'm not prepared to lose money for someone I don't know. Friend. OMG, this is going to completely ruin my daughter's 2nd birthday. How horrible a person are you? She was so excited for this cake, and you've ruined the whole day for her. I'll be telling your cousin about this and making sure they don't talk to you again. I'm literally crying with my daughter right now. How can you be so cruel? Cousin. Look, I can make the cake, okay, for 30 pounds solely because I feel bad for your daughter. No other reason. Friend. OMG, yes. Can you put all sweets on and around it too for her? And one of those plastic banner things that says her name? Cousin. Do you have the sweets and banner? Friend. What? No, the banner alone costs about 9 pounds, so the large amount of money you're charging would cover it. Also, it should come with macaroons all around it. Cousin. Okay. Friend. Also, I have some Minion toys to go onto it too. I'll pop them over to you at some point. Cousin. You'll have to bring them over for me to wash and make sure they're ready to go onto the cake, as if they're in any way dirty, the cake will be contaminated. Friend. Excuse me? I've already washed them, thank you very much. However, if it means so much to you and your precious cake, I'll let the expert have them. Cousin. I'm not an expert. And if you're happy with the level you've washed them, then you can just place them on yourself once the cake arrives. Friend. Good. I'm glad you're seeing sense. During all of this, the friend had been telling us how horrible my cousin had been, and we were honestly surprised and not sure what to do until we saw the texts. She posted a picture of the cake completely wrecked on her Instagram on the day with the caption it was the worst cake they ever had, and that she had found a cheap 10-pound one at a nearby shop which had saved the day. There's a special place in hell for those kind of people. Not only did your cousin lose money on the cake, but they didn't even enjoy it. And to put the icing on the cake, they treated her so horribly. And our last story. Don't try to interrupt me when I'm repairing my property. So this happened a couple hours ago, but I'm finally getting to take a break and post about it. Our HOA built a fence around the neighborhood, a lowest bidder type situation. It looks okay, reddish colored, tall enough, but the boards are flimsy. It's been a few years and it's starting to fall apart. Nails missing, boards fell off. So I let the HOA know about it a few months ago. I've hammered a few boards in to keep my dogs safe when I let them out, but mostly I've been waiting for them to fix it. Needless to say, they haven't touched it in months. So I noticed one of the panels had come loose. No nails in the upper and middle part, just one in the bottom. Anyone could pull on the fence and walk right into my backyard. I say enough's enough, and I go out to fix it all. Replace boards that have fallen from the outside, put the panels back together, and get a solid fence line. My house backs up to a busy street, and when the red light is on, cars back up all the way past my house area. I'm on the outside of my fence trying to get nail holes to line up and screwing things in place when I become aware of honking noises. Before I can take off my headphones, a large cup of melted ice and watered-down soda slams into the fence next to me and splashes its contents on my right side, soaking my shirt and some of my pants. Needless to say, I'm startled. I pull out my headphones and turn to look at the street. The light is green, but a husband and lady are holding up traffic, apparently trying to yell at me and get my attention. When yelling failed, the lady in the passenger seat thought throwing a half-full cup at me was a good way of getting my attention. It worked. I'm looking at her with a WTF look, and cars are driving around them honking. I don't even get to say anything before she starts screeching at me. Apparently, I need to get off my butt and move down to her fence. She's tired of her fence being crap and no one fixing it. How dare we ignore her fence and start down here? No apologies, no civility, just harpies screeching and throwing her crap at people and blocking traffic for everyone else. I'm usually a really nice person. But I'm done with being yelled at for things and putting up with ignorance, so I didn't try to hold back on my anger. I might feel badly later, but for now, I'm more than done. I put my drill down and grab my water and take a few more steps towards them. Attempting to cut her off, I say the obligatory, "I don't work here. I live here." Attempted. She and her husband aren't listening. They're both still going off about their fence and lazy, fat, useless employees and HOA. I unscrew the large cap off my water bottle. The water splashes on my fingers. It's ice cold. I finally yell, "I do not work here. F off." Both of their faces go full pucker. As the lady draws breath and starts to shriek again, I toss the contents of my water bottle towards their open window. She gets a decent bit to the face, which shuts her up. I doubt I got hubby, but enough went into the SUV that I know he's annoyed. "And if you ever throw something at me again, I'll beat your GD butt." Then, while her screaming in rage is going on, I gather my drill and go back to work. The husband goes to jump out of the SUV, but he's 5'6", 150 tops. I'm 6'1", 300. Lots of fat, but lots of muscle too. LOL. So he yelled at me, but didn't try to make contact. I responded with a finger, and he got back in his vehicle and flew off with tires screeching. Went 30 feet and had to stop at the light. Well within my sight and hearing. The F-bombs were glorious. Plus, knowing my fence is better than theirs helps. I shouldn't be surprised at the way people treat people on the job, but did they think going off and yelling at people would actually succeed? Let alone throwing a cup of old soda at me? Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.